Welcome back to your channel. My name is Brad. Today we're going to talk about RDTE, QDTE, and XDTE. And is your account being hurt by slippage? We'll talk about that today in today's episode. Let's start out with the calls for RDTE this week. Every call ended up being out of the money. So theoretically, there was zero slippage, which is a good sign. And what I am considering to be slippage is anytime that they rate the call and the actual price goes through their strike price, then the exchange actually has to make a new all-time high or go higher for you to make up that difference on the next go around. So what has been the total slippage for these ETFs? And you have to add the two together. So the 30 cents per share and the 12 cents per share last week. Remember, everybody that has a share on Thursday this week gets paid. So even though they didn't participate last week or the week before, if they buy on Wednesday, they get to participate and get those distributions. XDTE, no slippage again this week. And what I mean by slippage, none of their calls were written so the exchange or the index actually went through the strike price. And we collected about 22 cents this week. QDTE did about the exact same thing. There was no time this week that the index actually went through the strike price, so there was no slippage. We're looking at about 21 cents this week when you look at the total shares. But remember, if somebody buys on Wednesday, they get a piece of the pie. So how's Brad doing with his investments? So currently, I'm up 5.66% when I look at XDTE. My average cost per share is $50.39. So I'm just continuing to stack until I need the money. QDTE, I'm only up 4.7%. but my average cost per share is only $41.49. And due to that, I'm actually fairly happy of where I'm at. RDTE, I'm just going to show you what's in my account. I'm up 3.44% according to Fidelity. Still waiting for that first time that they've come out for a distribution. Now, I'm going to warn everybody, and I've kind of said this before, limit orders. If you're just buying on the market, Brad has been struck more than once, well, twice maybe, that he did not use a limit order. And with these funds being not that liquid, you could buy above actual NAV. And then that's just adding into everything else. One other thing to notice on my sheet, it says L on it. If you don't know, those 100 shares are on loan. So either there's a liquidity issue or somebody is shorting RDTE at this time. And do I care? No, I don't. Because I will earn money while they're on loan. So not only will I get the distribution, I'll earn money on top. When I look at QDTE and the average distribution versus average pricing, we're seeing it's fluctuating a little bit, but it's still up in the 30s if you're using averages. But last week we're down to 24.1 if we look at the closing price of Friday. That's an interesting scenario. Again, I use averages because over the long run, it's going to average out. If I look at XDTE, we're averaging 19.7 on close of Friday with the current distribution, but the averages are still up in the 24 range. I'll take 24 every day of the week. If you like this content, please hit the like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Let's talk about slippage. When I'm talking about slippage, what I'm referring to is SPX is sitting up at almost new all-time highs. Wait a second, XDTE is just above board from when they started. So from when they started to now, SPX is up over 11%. We in XDTE You're only up 0.25%. So we're being left behind by 10.8%. Just keep that in mind, that the actual index is up 10.8% more than where you are today, unless you're DCAing, dollar cost averaging, back into the fund to actually lower your actual share cost. Just some food for thought. When I look at QDTE, I had to break this math out. And that's why you see it in separate columns instead of me just adding together. Because I'm sitting there going, no way, we're 18% behind? Yikes. That's a big number. The index has to go up 18% with no more slippage. That's a big number. Well, actually, the exchange only has to go up 9% with no more slippage and will be even. But I'm considering, hey, where is the index today compared to where we are today? And the index is up 9%, we're down 9%. That gives us a total of 18%. So I hope you enjoyed this short Where Are We Today? And I'm going to include slippage from now on my slides. That way you can actually see where we are when they go through the strike. Because that's just telling you that somewhere along the line, you're not gaining all of that. But I'm okay with that because I understand that. If you don't understand that, that's an issue. And that's why people get a little upset that, hey, these were supposed to match the index. Well, they're not matching the index. They're doing what they're supposed to do, giving you distributions weekly. And they're fairly close. Because got to remember, they've been doing this now for a good 6 months. So there is going to be times that they go through their strike price. And when they go through, they're not going through by percentages at a time. It's only small chunks. But those small chunks add up over time. Hopefully you found this information valuable. And until next time, God bless.